Hey everybody, how's it going? Remember the course, go to DND. But yeah, I have some food, so I won't be eating while we're doing it though. Let me just unmute. What's this about venting I'm hearing, Anna?
Huh?
What's this about venting that I'm hearing you?
Oh, no.
That's something we'll vent.
Yeah, you gotta kick me out of the game. I'm sus.
Oh, okay. Wrong vent. Okay.
What? You thought I was bitching to people?
Yes,
What?
I thought my vent. I didn't think of Among Us. I didn't think of you being you be ranking something.
Noel really hate wasting all his time getting that armor. Just got so mad, he just freaking did the Noel shuffle on his character.
Yeah, I just Noel shuffled everyone's good friend Dewango.
Don't worry,
No!
don't worry. Pungo stopped you.
Oh no.
So yeah.
I can't stop the Noel shuffle.
And yeah, before we get kicked off as well, is I updated some of the graphic stuff I have. Like updated the Pokemon Colossal Journey logo thingy. Along with also updated Connor's profile as well, being just regular. So now he's got a coat on.
Because
You mentioned you got a coat on, and then
Yeah.
your tie is sort of wrapped around, possibly on fire. Still, you're 96 still.
yeah,
It's not been put out yet, supposedly. It's just burning it still or charred.
listen. When I buy clothes, I buy the best material.
And apparently, pretty everlasting. Probably as well. No, here on it's.
Don't question my material.
That's right, people. Every
Listen, I had to buy inflammable stuff, clothes, because I have a fire Pokemon.
yeah.
I don't think if meat means ever burning though.
You'd be surprised.
You don't know. I didn't know the rules of Pokemon to clothes. You don't.
Anyway,
You'd
yeah.
be surprised if they get, like Pokemon-proof clothing.
Probably would be, yes. I mean, what the fuck Team Rocket wears all the time? People zap the fucker so many times their clothes should be ash. Quite literally. But it's not, it's the could provide.
I imagine based on the years they're in, clothes is much more of a denser material to withstand elements. Especially concentrated elements from Pokemon.
Yeah, so. Last time! Let's see. You fuckers dealt with a. Well, you guys went supposedly either to the past or somewhere entirely. Either or. You're not too sure either way. Dealt with Daryl the Great, tied him up to a chair, knocked him fucking the fuck out, and then a wizard's head blew off and became him out a wormhole. And now you're about to enter possibly a frozen hell possibly as well you are.
Well, according to Dante's Inferno, the ninth level of hell is a frozen wasteland.
That wasn't a turn I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Anyway, so let's see, yeah. It ended with Connor burning a jacket and you basically running from an auto which was with cold, like, yeah, blurring out pretty much. So...
Okay, I want to let you know something. Now that you've like updated the portrait to like reflect the clothing change, that means every time one of us says we have to change clothing, that means you're gonna have to draw it.
I mean, I got the best part, I'll just add something on it again.
You did this to yourself, though.
Noel, I'm still have to do like stats for these Pokemon I have to do though still. I knew I was getting into I was.
Well,
I'm
we'll
gonna
only
put on
get
a
an
massive
outfit
crown
sooner or later
and
because freaking the
cheese pads. That'd be great.
Again, I committed to this when I started making this campaign. Fuck off. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, Portal. Shut up. So yeah, the ice portal in front of you. Color point last thing. Color point on jackets, and now, what do you do?
I want to roll perception.
Sure. With what reason? Why? Hang on.
I want
You got
to.
to.
What can I understand from looking at this portal?
You're in
Yes,
you're in Ender's tube you are with just the cold air blowing into your face. That's it.
That is fucked up. I don't like that.
Because you can't go back. No one can go back because the portal behind you closed. Like again, who's your game? It came through this one, and then immediately it is.
I already said my Willy Wonka line last time.
That's true. Yes.
you did.
I was kind of expecting to just kind of like be going through the portal right now.
I mean, yes.
I thought we went into
Yeah,
the portal.
no, you just before it. I'm mainly feeling like I need to tweet out. I need to first. That's kind of my feeling I have. But still, so yeah. Portal there, and then just... In the next moment, you get yeeted, all three of you get... All four you could Pongos on the Pongos to the areas. Okay, you get yeeted into the portal, to the frozen hell. And each you roll me d20. Because remember, it is cold when you get yeeted into it. Bryan got a fucking one, he did.
Oh no.
18.
Okay, so you'll get yeeted in, and then as you get yeeted through, first thing that happened was you will land in like a good fight. I don't know, like ankle deep snow. You do. Connor, you land on your feet. You do.
Yo.
Noel stumbles a tiny bit, and then Bryan just thud. You get knocked out. You do.
Oh, great.
You just go thud in the snow. So right now one's managed to keep stable. The other one stumbled a bit, able to catch himself, and just basically self-made stone injury, just flip.
I walk over to
Sadist?
sorry, I don't remember names. Sedis. I look at him. Are you okay in there?
Oh no! I think that means he's drowning. I'm gonna get in there.
Drowning?
I mean, it's ankle deep snow, but it's so.
Can I stand up now?
Dwango runs over and tries to grab Sedis, pull him up.
Roll me a strength check, Noella.
Alright.
Because again, it is deep snow. It is anyway. He got imprinted into it. Okay, yeah. You get him out. You do. While at the end you go flying backwards. You land on your ass. You do as well. Because you was stuck. You like.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ain't no problem. So,
Look around.
Yeah, you okay. Roll me perspective, perception there.
Okay. My perception's +2 for
11, 17, 15. Okay, so what
Hold
you
on,
see?
hold on.
No,
Hold on.
Connor hasn't posted this.
Has he?
I need to
Oh,
do
sorry.
mine.
Yes. Sorry.
That was
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so basically, all of you see basically it's just like a snowstorm's gone through pretty much has been. So your vision in general is quite more limited. It is. Now let me. Okay, so as you basically sort of look through, you see in the distance it looks like just like. It's yeah. You in the distance you see what looks like to be an Eskimo. Basically, the puffy coat and like the parka and stuff. He sort of looks at you and then walks over to you and goes like, "Are you not cold? Like any of you?"
no, I'm fine.
Roll me a cold check.
I'm built from meat and heat.
Shouldn't I have like some kind of plus because I have a coat on?
I think Connor gets advantage for
you
having
you get a plus when you do in the it.
damn one hell of a coat.
Okay, so yeah,
Damn.
so pretty much can't get 20 did. So basically, when you asked, do you not feel the cold? Bryan, you feel like a bit of a chill. You're like, oh, you feel like the cold has hit you, but like you sort of like.
I mean, I did get face first into a house. No.
Yes, so you got a more blunt to it. You're like, so you feel you feel cold, but like it's still workable. Well, you're fine. You feel like a slight breeze. You do.
Dwango is flexing his muscles like, I can't get.
Connor, you feel warm. You do.
He's even opening the jacket and be like, "Whoa, it's hot in here." Shut up, Connor.
Is it hot out here, or is it just me?
And the guy's like, huh. Anyway, but I need to get that out of the snow fast because of like there's things about, and it's also really cold. It is. It's below freezing. It is.
Oh, freezing.
All right.
So yeah, you all just sort of he escorts you to like his like little hut.
Yo.
It's like a nice hut, nice hut as well. It is though. And you want to ask him anything? Because you're right now, all of you are full of like, it's like a nice wooden big hut. There's a fireplace, and like a bunch of chairs as well, where you can just sit down, you can just relax again, or like stuff.
So, this is a nice hut you have here, sir. You the only one around here? Or, any other
Is there
people?
any way you can tell us where we are? We've sort of been sucked into a portal, and we're dropped here.
Okay, let me just plump. It's like okay. As a moment he thought, and then he proposed his perform two he does out and checks the weather he does first.
Oh, you also have a for your fun. You wanna exchange numbers?
I can keep check actually. I assume you're part of the league battle thingy. I'm assuming you three are.
Wait. I need to roll a knowledge,
no.
a wisdom check on Dwango. I forget what his wisdom.
Isn't it like -1, isn't it?
I think no, that's intelligence.
That's yes.
Wisdom is +1. Very. I realize I want him to realize that we're on Gigas for right now. That's what this means, right?
Yeah. Yes. You remember? I'm not getting Gigas. You are.
Where in Gigas is there snow? I shouldn't have skipped this part in school.
Well, where you live is snow place right close to where you live normally.
What was the name? We're on that mountain. What was it called?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ice.
So what you think? What you're saying? You think we're in Monkey Issue? What you think?
Yes.
Okay. So the guy looks you've been winning. Goes like, you thinks. Where do you think we are actually? Because we're not in a mode. We're not. We're not in a mode. We're not. Monkey Gigas is like, I don't know, like a good 10 mile, like a good 20 miles. Like he points to like outside the door. He does. Like a good it's like that way it is.
Wow.
It's that way.
So where you goes like we're currently in the Stone Desert. We are currently, which is the other ice area.
And Grippo ran a lot of snow growing up, so I wouldn't know that.
That's fair. Hang on. Let me go find my fucking my map, my full on map thing because it's been a while.
Where's the map?
That's you. Okay. So you're right. You're in the Stone Desert. You are.
Desert?
Which is number 13, 4, 12, and 11. That area. Route 16, 17, 18, basically where that you are currently. You're around there you are. And where you actually are is actually a service gate.
Ah, okay, I see.
You're in the service gate in that zone because it gets really, really cold there. It does. And the guy in he's still is the look of his parkour he has. It basically looks like a typical it looks like some sort of god he does like uniform on and stuff. He goes like so yeah we're in the Stone Desert we are. Where did you question? Where were you before anyway? Just a quick question. You seem to be a bit before some meant where you are specifically.
We were
We don't know precisely where we were, but before we were where we were. Oh, I need to look at
Rigum.
We were in Rigum.
Rigum. Yes, right, because I call Rigum Scrum.
Yes. It's like kind of. How do you get from Rigum to over here? That's kind of quite distance it is.
So, you ever hear these weird guys with weird Reggie masks, and they're going around hurting people?
And yeah, news does get a bit slower around. I know there are a few up in Route 18 and stuff being a bit nuisance in the frigid and stuff. But currently the area has been sort of off limits for a time being. It is due to political just fuckery and stuff.
The Wonga kind of shakes his head to mention that there's some around here, and just kind of we had a encounter, and I think we just space traveled.
Space and most likely time traveled.
Okay. Okay. I think I'll have a book. I think somewhere I do. And then he sort of goes rummaging through the back room. He does, and eventually finds like a book that says, "Space-time travel. What do you do?"
Oh, thank God! Give me that.
It's like, yeah, here we go. We were given this book like, God, a while ago by someone in like someone with like. So, with a small brown Pokemon, I forget what it was called. I get news of sweat star around here. A small like brown Pokemon with like black bands around his like hands and feet, and it was a small girl gave it to us. I forget what her name was, but like the Pokemon show was quite cute. It was quite interesting. Fellow it was. Yeah, basically, I'm not the most well versed in that like area of like space time, whatever that is. The book is just you open the book and stuff like on like page like 5 shows like an Ultra One what it does. Like and what it functions and what it can do and stuff. Yeah, it's like I don't understand it really. Nothing really happened, right? I mean, there was like an infestation of like supposedly extraterrestrials like about 100 years ago there were.
100 years ago.
100, 200 years. I think it was a post or pre-calamity. It's been a while, but there's still some of the ancestors roaming this area. They are still. So we're like with the people who work here, me included, are like sort of on hand. So anybody who sort of comes through here to go to either like goes to either like to either Bronstone or Brizopolis. We are normally here to give them, okay, here is the warning, here is like the warnings. And also, here is a big coat for you to have, because it gets really cold, it does, for either here or in like the town down the road. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's like never happened stuff. But yeah, you can keep the book. We have like 3 we do in the back.
Alright.
But see,
I'll probably take a look at those later.
Yeah. But so yeah, so right now, Route 18 is currently off limits, currently at least. Because since one of the temples are based in there, along with the gym, it sort of gets a bit like for the time being, most of the higher up the government are going like, let's keep it off zone for the time because there have been an upset of like hostile Pokemon around the area they've been. So we're like, once you give it like maybe a few days, the area will probably open up again. Probably would be. So yeah, you can stay for long as you want. The blizzard I think is still gonna be going on for another like an hour or two maybe. It depends on really what day it is. And here's a question: what day do you? This is our character as Liam. What day do you think? How long do you think you've been gone for? This is yeah. Well, how long do you think you've been gone for specifically?
A week.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was just thinking a couple days.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say at least a week because of I don't know how time travel. Because both time travel and interdimensional travel, I don't know how that works.
They are very different. They are.
For all we know, we're causing a paradox, and they're like the versions of us that went to like the ponies on mine are still there.
Oh no.
Okay, so okay, hang on, let me. Okay, so next thing that happens is each of your phones, you have a buzz you do on your Pro phone. You do.
Oh Christ.
Hmm?
And basically, on the phones, it's like it says text last sent 2 days ago.
Oh boy. Let's open these up.
All that the text says was it just a report saying basically going like it just goes like basically that's saying it's like it's what's it called, it's what the fuck's his name, the priest chief, fuck, I can't remember his name now, fucking not Dale, what the fuck,
Daryl?
no not Daryl, that's the gym guide. Gad, that was a Gad, yes.
Gad.
Yeah, he sent you a text saying like just about this because it was because he basically he sent you it like once you vanished from Gigas you did. He sent you a text saying is it going to hello you there to kind of stupid which he was going to, but like, since you didn't reply for the last 2 days, it's like that's not good. So maybe you should reply maybe to it, because it's been, again, 2 days it's been. And he's like, where the fuck are these 3 people gone? They've just gone missing off the entirely of our database and our security system, pretty much.
Alright, the Wango opens up a text message and he puts, sorry, lost service. How are you doing?
New phone. Who this?
And it,
I type. How you doing?
Oh Christ.
okay, so the text goes through, and then immediately, each of phones will start ringing. They do.
What the hell? The Wango picks us up.
It goes like, it's like, Dolongo, is that you?
Yeah, well, what's up?
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, we went through a pretty deep tunnel, and I
Like-
guess our phone service went out. We were in there for a while.
The last report I have in you 3, you were in the pantomime, then all of a sudden, like within the last 10 minutes, you're now in the gates that is between in the Stone Desert. You've been missing for 2 days, so where the fuck have you been?
I'm gonna have the Wango roll a bluff check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so
You
when
got
we
20
were
data.
in the Ponyta mines, we ran into some religious guys. They were rounding up a bunch of horses
Yeah,
to do some bad stuff.
Yeah, we found them. Like, one was clearly passed out, one clearly was not.
They had some crazy secondary plan, and they opened up this crazy tunnel, and suddenly we had to go underground, and we came up here. That's what happened.
Okay, yeah, I can see the magic against, yeah, because they've been doing a bit of weird, like, opening, like, sort of, like, doorways and stuff around them. That's what they're about anyway. But, like, okay, thank God you 3 are safe, and you're now back in the system. You're being about.
Sure.
We will look into like these pushy tunnels that's possibly leading around the place, because if we know if they're hidden or like if they're hidden from sight, we will make sure they are either closed or we can open to the public for them easy travel and stuff. You could.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just again, of course, any trouble, just text me and stuff, and I will send some people around to go and help. Because again, since your probably phones are basically your passport and tracker for like the government to go like, okay, we know where you are, just in case you go missing, we know where your last were and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I will speak to you later if not sooner. See you later. By then, yeah, and the phone.
Thanks for that.
Get the phone stuff. Okay, so yeah.
The Wango looks at the other two. It's like, is that a better explanation than time travel? I wasn't sure if he was gonna like actually buy that.
I'm sure if we ever actually come face to face, we could just be honest.
I mean, it's time travel. What do we even have to show for it?
I mean, what you did say was not taking a lie, wasn't?
It wasn't.
It was.
It's a white lie.
It was a route. It was a weird ass route to there. It was from there. It was.
Or, half truths.
Yeah, it was half truths.
Truth. It's still truth. So anyway, where were we?
What? Got a
So
map.
what can you tell us? Can you tell us much about the area we're in?
So, therein is the Stone Desert. It's been basically for a long time. This area's normally been cold, but not like freezing point cold. Normally, it's not like most days of the year. This is normally like -2, maybe for most of the year it does, like degrees. But
So
as
that's kind of what there is normal.
as of late though, it's been more like -20. It's been.
So it's not normal.
No, that's why I asked. Well, that's why I asked. How do you not feel the cold?
Nah.
With one of you wearing a t-shirt, one wearing a thin jacket, one someone wearing a more thicker jacket, but still. This is clearly not normal -20 weather, 20, -20, with like outfits to wear.
Yeah, no.
Do you know when this weather started to change drastically?
I think it was when the new Gigas leader, the new one, the new like religious the religious leader came into play when he showed up for the first time, like a few about 5 years ago or 10 years ago. When he basically came out, he became like the leader of like, everyone just calls it a cult, but it's basically that religion, the old school religion, pretty much.
Well, like he became leader of the religion and solved global warming. Is that what happened?
It's more just when he showed up, all of a sudden like a lot of like weird events started happening.
Ooh.
Right.
Like again, like weather being a bit fucky wucky, to put it bluntly. Again, I don't get much news. We don't get much news here per se. About like the carrier of deliveries and stuff that come around and stuff.
Fair enough.
And like so, yeah, when he showed up for the first time, the weather here normally it's quite clear, a bit cold, but normally quite clear. You'd get through, and they could just show some about and stuff like, and they could just like rampant like dangerous Pokemon about, but that's normal. It's been like that for a while. But when he rocked up for the first time to basically just go to basically the Frigid, which is basically the temple of Reggie Ice, which is like in Blizzopolis. But when he went the first time, all of a sudden everything got a lot more colder all of a sudden. And like I think also like the power. I'm just remember it was like the. I think that's actually that's the same point the power plant went out. The power went out of use around that same time. The old power plant went out of use was on that same point. The old power plant out of character quickly. The old power plant was where it was nearby where you were originally.
So would you say that the weather drastically changed before or after the power plant went out?
Let's see. It was around the same time actually, because when he first rocked up in the Frigid, that's when everything got a whole zone became a lot more colder. When it went to the, hang on, what the fuck? When he went to the Baron, which is in the desert, I think there got a lot more there's a lot more sandstorms there were, a lot more warmer was there. And then I think when they went to like the when we went to the circuits, that whole area became like just hostile as all hell, And when the circuit got like when we went to the circuit, all of a sudden the city it's based in became like overrun by Wobbuffets for some reason. And like the power somehow in power plants just like went up in flames. It did pretty much for something. I'm not sure how or what though. And eventually they moved the whole power to. They moved the whole power to Denki. They did, which is like south of here. It is. Where it became hydroelectric instead of just hydroelectric and stuff.
I see.
So we got more power, more clean power out in the end though. But like the events before that was a lot more like. It was weird. It was because the areas were fine but struggling a bit. When he came around though. The areas for time being suffered a bit more, though, but all of our like our power concerns and even some of our like cropping as well got better somehow. So we're like, huh? We're still confused about it to this day. It's been again about 10 years. It's been since that. But like yes, so and then like as you finish off running, the blizzard sort of like slowly fades away. It does the blizzard does and sort of stops it. So you're like, oh yeah, huh, the blizzard finished. That's unusual. Normally goes for another hour. It doesn't. So it does, huh? Should be fine. So yeah, the blizzard's now conceded it has now, and sort of you can only leave. You can basically the building. You can. What do you do now?
I say we stay at night just to be safe.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. No,
Because what time would it be right now?
It's about like 7
Yeah.
p.m. Yeah, it's
No, 7 in the morning.
the sun hasn't set just yet, but you could probably see it's like it's lowering down the sky. It is still.
Yeah, it's best to stay indoors at night for.
Yeah, that makes
to
sense.
snow.
Yeah,
areas.
we have some rooms in the back. Actually, yeah, we have some spare rooms. We do, yeah. So let me just quickly go check. He walks off to like one of the rooms. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, we got like 4 spare beds we have. And then he points to the Pongo, goes like, so who's the pointer? Who's the horse for?
That's our good friend Pongo.
Is it yours?
Yeah. Give me okay. Well, let's figure that out. And Dwango pulls out the Pokeball. It's like, how about now? You want to join me?
He then just pokes his head and goes like, yeah, all right then. As it goes into the Pokeball.
All right, he's mine.
He's like, okay, fair enough. I was just curious. I was weird seeing just this points, this weird rock-looking points are doing here. I didn't question it at first. I was like, huh, all right then.
He's a cool guy.
Okay, so yeah, the rooms are you can go to the rooms. You can now do the bed stuff.
And I have a question. You see what you were talking about books earlier?
Yeah.
Is there? Can you show me where they are?
Yeah,
Would you
okay.
mind?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we have a small library in the back we do for people who want to come around just to learn some local history and stuff. And then sort of with the bedroom where the bedroom is, or the 4 beds which are there, the library is like right next to it is.
All right.
You take like a left turn and you just there you are from the bedrooms. And then he goes back to his post. He just do something and then just check it and check nowhere else got stuck in the snow and stuff. And he leaves. And then okay, so and you just what do you do now? Exactly then. Do you go to the bed? Do you go to the
I go to the library.
Okay.
I go to the library.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
there
the one
any-
follow.
Okay.
Is there any books there that stand out to me?
Roll.
Roll, okay. Let's get back to bot.
Holy!
I'm doing good.
Every book stands out to you. They're all important.
I'm doing good on my
Good
rolls.
lord.
You got 20 dead.
So much info.
Okay, so. Hang on. When you enter into the library, you do. All the books are labeled like quite clearly and stuff. Like one is just like, look, the local history of the Stone Deserts. One is like local history of Hang on, one is the lone history of the. What the fuck did I name that? Hang on. What I had a name for this fuck. I can't remember its fucking name now. I can't. Basically, Stone Desert is like looking at Stone Desert. One is local history of like the desert, the actual deserts. I think it's the barren deserts, and also local history of the 3 keys. The rest are like just like small. The rest of them are like either children books or like encyclopedias for like different Pokemon stuff. Local to the area specifically.
Is there anything that could tell us about the power plant also?
Yes, there was one about the local like. One of them is just like the history of the what's it the power the history of the I don't know if everyone know the power of Giga's history book is there. By power it means like energy and stuff. It does mean like that.
All right. I'll grab that, and I'll grab probably just the history of the area.
Okay.
Around.
What are you doing, Delongo?
The Longo is gonna. Is there any like? I just realized. Does the Longo have a pen and paper?
Sadis does though.
Ah, dang. I'm going to roll to see if there's some books that no one will notice that they're stolen.
I mean, the thing is though, fucking the guy gave Connor a book for free, did he? But also do remember though, is any book you're taking from here will you have to return it when you get back and stuff. When it comes to like at the end of the journey and stuff, you will. So you can take in the book you can you can.
We'll pull a end game where we put the books back where we got them.
Yeah.
Connor has to use ultra wormholes to put all the books back. He comes back 70 years later.
Oh no.
I'm now an old man.
Yeah.
Vincent, what did it cost you? Everything.
Delongo grabs a random book and then opens it and looks for a mostly blank page and rips
Right.
it out.
Noel,
He
roll,
pulls out a
no,
pen.
no, Noel, roll for me d20 quickly.
Okay.
Before you do that, was that you got 15? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go walk up to like the bookshelf, look at any books, you sort of do a quick turn. And you see on the desk nearby as a pen and paper there is.
Oh shit. Delongo steals that.
Sure,
He just takes it.
it's like mine now.
It's the one with kleptomaniac.
I mean,
No.
we know he's a manlet.
He really needs pen and paper right now. Okay, he gets the pen and paper, and then he's gonna go sit down. He's gonna start writing.
Wait. You're not even going to check if there's something already written on the piece of paper?
Okay, Delongo checks. Okay, I'm gonna
He
roll perception.
he got a 15. It's a blank piece of paper. It is. It's lined as well. It is.
You know, there's the picture. It turns out to be like a famous, like a
This,
famous
this,
drawing.
this is like Professor Oak's will or something.
And you just write over it.
Yeah.
Not important.
Okay, so Delongo takes pen and paper. He goes to sit down. He starts scribbling on it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. He's scribbling on it. I'm trying to formulate the thoughts.
Okay. What are you doing, Bryan?
I guess I could just go to like maybe one of the rooms and just put down the clay sheet. Finally, wonder what the hell's going on.
Oh no, I had Pokeball. I thought it was in his Pokeball still.
No, it was I never caught it in a Pokeball.
Well, you made it though.
I
So
thought
it's
you
part of
made
your
it
team.
with me.
Yeah, it's like the. It's
I
just so
thought-
funny. You
Because,
mentioned
like, to be honest, last session I thought it was just like, well, what should I do with it? It's like it's yours now, and then I just I never drew a Pokeball at it.
Yeah, you just went awkward. It's like the guy looked at Cetus like, oh, that's a cool Pokédoll you got. Can I get one?
I was going to assume that the Pokemon was like in a Pokeball or like 9 viewer.
I thought it was in my backpack.
Okay, it was in background. Okay. So out of view. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, I can tell you what you go, you put it down, you do pretty much. Well, actually, no. You go to sit down, you do. You go look through the Claygy, you can't see it anymore.
Oh
no.
But there's a Pokeball used though in the bag.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Different kind of bullshit.
I thought you were. I was really scared. You was like, you go roll to put down Claygy.
No.
You roll a 1, you sit to the roller.
Only one. It put you down.
Put you down.
No, I said it like that. I thought because of the freezing temperature, I just pull out. It slips out of my hand. Just. Oh no! But no, I was thinking you were about to do like the whole like. Okay, let's see the clay. Oh no! Where did the Claygy go? And it's just walking around somewhere else.
It's like, oh, we got to go find the baby.
Find the baby. But no.
Find the baby. Gotta love it. It's a baby.
But yeah, so the thing is though, as you look for the Pokeball, the new Pokeball, you can pop out to something of the Pokeball.
Oh. There you are. So, can you understand what I'm saying?
He sort of the case sort of looks up at you and it just sort of toots itself, sort of like it's like weird like face sort of toots like the left it does.
Huh. No, I wasn't figuring much, but at the very least, that you exist, I guess. What should I do?
So okay, so what's everybody doing? So what's everybody doing right now?
Read through the energy one, the one powered energy
Okay.
book.
Delongo is still scribbling on the paper, trying to order his thoughts.
Okay. And so this is dealing with a baby.
Yeah.
Did good old Reggie Scrimblow.
For Reggie Scrimbler, what do I do?
Reggie Scrimble of the Pond, give me your wisdom.
Un.
Ah,
Well,
damn it.
He's just
Okay.
like, that's good for all the Reggie sounds like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the baby's cursing at me in some ancient alien language. Somebody send help.
It's like,
That's
like, Jesus.
racist.
Okay, so what kind of local history or energy?
the energy one.
Okay, so the energy book is like date marked to about 20 years ago. It is the first like half of the book is date marked to like that, like 20 years ago it was, and then that back half was like 5 years ago it was. This is like the third version of this book there is.
Oh, third. Oh, well, that means it's most updated.
Yeah, it's the most updated version of the book it is. So basically, like the first like I guess like few like pages talk about how like the energy crisis in Gigas is like it's bad, like real bad. Like to the point where like before when they're using like energy and using like trying to make losing some Pokemon to help with energy, win energy and stuff, using a lot of energy and stuff they usually would like. They even try to pray to Regieleki. None of that worked.
The energy crisis is so bad, the Wango didn't see electricity until he was 8 years old.
Damn.
How old is fucking wait? How old is Dunga technically speaking?
The Wango's like 21. I'm mostly saying that to meme, but it'd be funny.
Well, the thing
No,
is,
it's too.
but here the thing is, if the book, the first version of the book was written 20 years ago, it was, and then the cult leader guy appeared about 10 years ago. So there was maybe about so he was in that drought. He was.
Sure was.
So yeah, because like trying to get power to most of the region was damn near impossible. It was. There was some like a handful of like there was some like short fixes, but most didn't last long. So for about 10 years, give or take, the energy crisis. Most people didn't have like electricity. All they had were using Pokemon instead to help with like the things. So Giga became a lot more close to the Pokemon in that like gap of like 20 years.
All right.
And then like the next like revision, the next like the aftermath of the one is like the next like 10 pages. They go on like saying it goes like, huh. So once once this like the leader of the first I don't know. I want to say the first one, but no, that's Star Wars. It is. But the like the I guess the OG Gigas religion that trying to get revived but didn't though, but like even though it's taken to the new one now, but anyway, like the original quotation marks Gigas religion leader, the new one, somehow came into the circuits where Regieleki sleeps and slumbers and is approaching. He did something there, and all of a sudden the problem went up. We're slightly unsure if the problem was because of that or something else had happened. And then and then all of a sudden, and then like within the few years, we brought in new plants more close to the ocean where we do both electric and hydro, and then the whole region got power, like actually used power and stuff. And then there's like another page that goes on, like that actually talks about who actually owned the original power plants. And how he actually the guy who made that original power plant was called hang on, let me open my notes quickly.
Daryl.
No. but he was a sponsor of Daryl though.
The Wango.
No.
The Wango, the first, the great ancestors, the Wango. Dude, I have a whole family tree. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. The man was known as let's see, it was Henry Defton. It was
Henry Defton.
yeah, Henry Defton. He went like blue. He had like a lot of blue room ready did. Not sure why they would put his aesthetic it was. And it was also right behind the creation of a new Pokemon. That wasn't originally a Pokemon, but more of a security bot. And they showed a picture of hang on, where the hang on, where is that bastard? Is it this one? Here we go. It was these two Pokemon. He made a Servavitz.
Whoa.
Originally, Servavit Servavit was just like a security like robot that was like about, but then eventually something happened and basically became alive. It did, and nobody really sure how or why, but eventually just sort of just so like all of the So yeah, all of like the Servavits basically sort of gained sentience somehow, and no one's sure how or why. And eventually, some of them started to evolve into just mangled of like machine and fur. And that became its own Pokemon as well. I'm going like, were they possessed? Was the guy behind it like a murderer maybe? Because it does seem of how these Pokemon are do seem a bit like, what the fuck are these creatures? But like, yeah. Eventually, the guy in question, Henry, he eventually sort of went missing after like, because the power plant's maybe like the power plant itself though was like not that old, it isn't. It's like the guy Henry who made it sort of went missing after like actually when the Gigas leader came around, he just vanished at that point, Nobody sure where he went to. He just vanished, and that's when his power just went up a dinner. But yeah, that's the local history of the energy side, and then eventually, yeah, new investors went, and a bunch of other people went to sort of build the new hydroelectric plant in Denki as like a, because it turns out getting hydropower is quite good. It is, but it's like yeah. Anything else? But you, I think it's all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. That's all the key details, at least. Well,
so basically, there was that was a lot of information. I'm trying to process it.
So yeah, Clifford version. Power plant existed. Wasn't a good power plant. Guy Henry. Oh, I forget his last name. To be honest.
Dafton?
Dafton.
Yeah, Dafton or Dafton?
I think Dafton.
Dafton.
Yeah.
Does that remind me of something?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway.
We're gonna give it.
Anyway, he basically made his power plant along with a bunch of these security robots that became essential at some points. And then his power plant didn't produce enough power because where it was based. But it was cheap. It was the cheapest. Where it was, though, was quite cheap. It was to basically put it there. It was. And eventually, that problem went up when Henry himself went missing around the same time as a good old Gigas religious leader went to the circuits, and then eventually formed into a new hydroelectric plant near the coast. And now around the area. And further on is Servavits and Violentians. I just think because the bot started playing my intro music. I'm like, hang on. I was like, hang on. Yeah, so those people sort of circle the area and a few areas around this stuff they do. And they're quite like hostile while they are. So going to the area is kind of a lot more dangerous than going for that area specifically, wherever it is.
Okay, so don't put near the power plant.
So I can see why they wanted to get rid of the power plant.
Just shut it was.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that it made things any better. Because now it's just a big snowstorm that causes frostbite.
And or death.
Yep.
You first finding your notes, Noel.
Yeah. The Longo just kind of like puts his pen down. He just looks at the notes. It's basically just. It's basically just him trying to like order out and make sense of what the fuck just happened in terms of like
The last
all
like
the world
the last,
hopping shit.
yeah, the last like hour maybe, give or take.
You see, he's really hung up on like the time travel and space travel. He's trying to think like how is this possible? And also like there's like a very small like sentence like that just asks what the heck were the Reggie mask people trying to do with this? It's like was this always a plan? Was this or was it just like an accident? He's mostly just having a crisis about like time travel being real, potentially.
Okay. Brian, what are you doing?
I'm completely lost, honestly. I mean, at this point, I think I'm just trying to get as much information out of Claygy as best I can. Most stuff comes up as just
Noises.
random noises and an attempt to translate, but it's like, did the phone translate Reggie or no?
No, they haven't actually what's it called got the technology to do Pokemon translations yet.
I see.
It's imperfect currently. It is also with this thing being just maybe you from the past specific this version as well as specific this on this is. Now you put it to the present day you have.
Yeah, this is like, a whole mess and a half of like, what the hell what am I even doing?
Well,
you made a baby, and now you have to take care of it.
Well, I know that, but like, it's life.
Yeah, it's your life now.
It's your baby.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of it.
Take responsibility, Bryan.
Child support.
okay.
Who am I paying in this scenario?
I don't. Maybe someone else takes the baby, you have to start paying child support.
Oh, man.
Okay, so when you're doing all that shit, next moment you hear the door open. You do like the front door of the building open up. You do, and like a blizzard picked up, panic blizzard picked up again. It did. You just hear it's just.
The one goes scared, like jumps.
Again, since you're like the back of the building, you hear the door like slap what you do. Just the wind just. And what you hear is the front steps sound different from what the other guy sounded pretty much. Since all of you are like in different rooms and like a bit further away from the entrance, you hear footsteps and the door opening up and you think, what was your first thought in your head when it happens?
Aren't Vincent and DeLongo both in the library?
Yeah, they're both in the library. They are. While Brian's in the other room. You're nearby, but the door is a bit further away. So all three you hear the door swing open and footstep. You do.
Vince, do you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
You think we should go check it out?
I send out Hound Dower.
Okay.
The Longo will send out Bidoof, true champion of this series.
What do you do, Brian?
Oh, sorry. I guess with the sudden shock of the noise, I immediately try to return Quaiji into its Pokeball.
Then, when that happens, when you try to return Clay just ducks the way he does.
What the?
He's because your head have gone like, no.
Listen, for your own safety, return into the Pokeball.
You keep dodging the Pokemon, just like,
It's for your own safety, Claygy.
Then
Wait, please.
And then,
Pokeball.
then Clay just jumps off and just runs out the so he trots out the room just slowly. Someone's dodging your Pokeball still somehow. It's like,
Just get back here and get in the goddamn Pokeball!
So you're chasing Clay, you are. Let's see. Okay, so next thing that happens is out of the dock is right now. Brian and Clay, you two are now in the hall. You're now in like the front room entrance. You are now when no one's there, because he's looking around. The thing is, though, Vincent and DeLongo, the first thing you see is a clergy run in.
Hey, buddy.
I have
You,
to remember who Quagey is.
It's the one. It's the one that Bryan has.
the little baby Reggie.
Reggie can blow.
Baby Reggie. Baby Reggie. Okay.
The Longo waves at it. It's like, hey, buddy. You ran from Cetus?
And then sort of looks at you, and then sort of runs past you and just jumps onto the desk, like it's looking for something.
The Longo.
Paper and pen. Paper and pen. You got a paper and pen.
The Longo grabs his paper and pen to hide his notes. He doesn't want anyone else to know time travel is real.
The clergy sort of again sort of looks at you and just all you hear is just.
You can't know. You're too young to understand.
And sort of to the right, it just goes like, huh.
It's
And then okay. Since Noel's distracted, Connor, roll me d20.
All right, 1 second.
Would be wise if I did the exclamation
Yes.
mark roll first.
Let me. Okay, so you were now too distracted with like what was going on behind you with the clergy and like Noel and stuff. And then, all of a sudden, the footsteps appeared again. But then, next moment, the person, again, all of a sudden you just sort of turn around, and you see like a person just appear from the shadows, pretty much. Like a
That's not supposed to be. That's not supposed to be there. Who are you?
It's like a young girl it is, in like different like coloured robes and stuff. And she just looks at you and goes like, "Have you seen my clergy about?"
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah. And then she goes, "Oh, there you are, clergy." He's like, and then all of a sudden she sort of turns to you in like an instant and goes like, "I've been following you through through all the rooms I have."
what?
How long have you been following us?
Well, ever since the first one opened up in Oldwick, you've been leaving a trail of ultra energy, as you would call it. Like,
Oh.
like the person going, she is small. That's her there. Like she is small, but is she smaller than DeLongo?
No.
No, the Longo's still a bit taller.
Okay, so yeah. Yeah, she's like doing color rubs and stuff, and she looks and goes like, "Yeah, I've been following you for the last like I guess 2 days. I even saw the guy knocked down the chair and like the headless wizard.
How'd you do that?
Well, I can follow people through Ultra Wormholes. I can. It's my job. It's my job to deal with Ultra Wormholes as the shaman.
The shaman.
They have a person to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, it's more of a newer thing though, admittedly. And she just goes like, "Crazy, come back! Crazy, come back!" Like she just turns. She sort of like her demeanor change mentality just quickly to like back to being like a normal officer. Like, "Hey, come back, Crazy!" And the kid just turns back and runs back to her, and she just grabs it. And then stops back and was like, "So."
So wait, there are more than one clay. I guess that. Makes
And then she
sense.
goes like, "One and one."
Nothing. Don't
And then on cue,
I-
Bryan runs in after his clergy, and she goes like, she just like look at it, then look back at hers, and goes like, "Wait, what? How's it?"
There's two of them now.
It's like, how's it possible?
I guess you didn't see everything.
And then she quickly rumbles for like one of her like a bag she has underneath her clothing. She actually goes like, and she goes, first thing was like, that's where those bands went. I was wondering where those bands went. Okay. And then she sort of turns to Cedric, goes like, "Did you make this?"
Oh, yeah. I guess I did.
Okay. She's contemplating. She's looking at it. She goes like, "Okay," and then she sort of pulls out like a book just to check something. He goes like, "What did Granddad say? What did Granddad say?" And her reference off. It's like, if there should be only one Clady. There should be only one Clady present at all times, unless there is some time spent. Oh, of course. She goes like, "Oh." She's still waiting. It's the first one was like, "You made that in that room, didn't you? With the wizard and the knocked out guy."
Yeah, I did.
Well, I say knocked out guy. He was looked more like he made a clay. He was almost.
Well, mostly everybody was made out of clay. Now that I remember.
Yeah.
And that explains the bands, because I'm the only one who have the bands. Yet you clearly have bands on that one. And then she goes like, "Sorry, let me introduce. I'm Claire. I am the new shaman, and I'm not supposed to be shaman yet, but my grandfather, the previous shaman, died or went missing. We're not just sure which one yet, so I had to take over for him early. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing half the time, but having two Clays about is a bit.
That's all right. We don't know what we're doing half of the time too.
Okay, good. And she goes like, "Okay, so we now have two Clays here, but
Is this like one of those movies there can be only one, or
it's
they just gonna be good?"
It's more like one should only exist because of like religious reasons and cultural reasons and stuff. More can exist, but more of a what's the word for it? More of a ceremonial thing. It is normally have one existing. Because the current shaman of Gigas normally has the only Clay in Gigas normally. That's because it's passing the torch number thing. It is we take care of the Glade and then it's old enough to be like to take over for either like they take over like the Gigas role or like all the other Regis do need and stuff. And you having one possibly in like whatever that room was, because then she because the portal she went through led her directly into that room pretty much. So she doesn't know it's in the past. It is unlike you guys who worked it out properly. She goes like, "Okay, so you made one with bands that only I should have, but they were there now. Yeah, you have one, and also a guy who's looked like a minnow clown, like a headless wizard." So, as you pause like her Poryphone to and she sort of pulls it around, sort of hands you her number as like contact details and stuff. And so on it though, it also says on like the details on like how the business card you call it, like champion.
I share mine.
He's like, "Oh, thank you much, Vincent." Okay, she adds it on and stuff because like, and she checks her like, "Oh, so it seems you three are part of the leech hand thingy." Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah.
And we somehow got entangled in this.
Yeah. There's been reports of Ultra Wormo and other like time-space distortions for like a while now. Most of them they've basically been like in temples, mainly they've been like someone's forcibly opened up and stuff. Again, like the one in the small temple in Oldwick, the one in Ponyta, which no one knew he existed until that happened. And yeah, since I've been tailing you because you leave a signature of ultra radiation pretty much. it's supposed to be harmful if you're in there for too long. You are if you go for the boss too long. You are right. Any protective gear and stuff.
Oh, goody.
So are we radioactive now?
From the looks of it, she puts out like a device and just checks it. Like, no, you're fine. You've the amount of time you've spent in there has been like a fraction of what you was required to be actually be dangerous.
Hmm. That's good.
But the thing is, though, again, she checks. Like, the thing is, since you don't have a Clagy now, you should be fine. You should be there with it. Since the Clagy normally is the child of the Great Lord Gigas, and he's all powerful, he is, and the Clagy is supposed to be his newborn. No matter who makes it, who doesn't make it, and stuff. Because this Clagy, my Clagy, I made that Clagy myself. I did about a year or two ago when I was about 6. And I mean, yeah. And then yeah, eventually
Oh, so this is a kid. This is a kid.
This is 8. This is 8 years old. She is. Like
Oh.
she's 8.
I mean, we never asked for
You
her age.
sound so
We
disappointed.
just thought she was
No,
like,
I was expecting a teenager or a young adult because the way she talks.
Okay, make it.
So I-
Make it. That's how I'm talking, motherfucker.
I know.
This,
It's probably a mature 8-year-old at least. Her grandfather died. Yeah. She has any other family besides that?
are you asking that to her?
No, I'm asking you, the DM. Do I have to ask her that in character?
Yes.
I think we are going to ask her that in character right now. We're talking about Kleiji.
Well, the thing is, though. Okay, I think I mentioned before. Like, okay, so the law behind Gigas is a shaman's picked out via the family line stuff, and that shaman normally is protected by the Gigas. The current shaman is protected by them, and then once they've picked an heir, the heir is now basically be like the new shaman, or going to be either going to be the new shaman or in trained to be the new shaman. So they are.
Actually, I know how we could possibly get this to work out. I remember there's a local history rule check. I'm gonna do that. So
Okay.
as Luongo contemplates this shaman business.
Oh, we got 20. Nice. So yeah, you knew about the whole like shamans. You know who the shaman is currently or who it was. All you know is just about the whole like of like what the ceremony is though and stuff.
I don't want to sound blasphemous or whatever, but like, if our friend here could just make a Kleiji, I mean, he could also be a shaman. Or is it
How
like
does one become a shaman? Like, do you automatically become a shaman with having a Kleiji, or do
It's
you
family.
need to go?
It's family?
It's a family thing where basically like the current shaman is
So-
always basically the same like family line it is.
So is it, let's say, to understand more.
Yeah.
When you're older, you get married.
Yeah.
Could the person you get married to become a shaman because they're now part of the family, or is it blood related only?
It's more like you're shaman for life. You are normally. Until you find like a successful heir and you know you're not gonna last long in the next few years and stuff.
You said your granddad was the last shaman, right?
Yes. He was
Did
about.
it skip a generation?
Well,
Does
Well,
that mean that your parents are gone because they couldn't become the shaman? So that he was shaman, then you become the shaman. So you.
It's
Are
again
gone?
since it's shaman for life.
slow down.
Since it's shaman for life, it is. He was like by like his 80s. He was or 80s or 90s. He was pretty much before basically. Normally, the extra heir normally picks out like someone of the family. He'd be either like the shaman. The shaman could even be of any age, but they're like the more they get people, the more of a wider view of it. They only get like the youngest of the family to be next shaman normally. That being either be a son or a grandchild and stuff, or a great grandchild if the shaman is still alive. He is still.
Right.
It's against like a lifelong thing. It is. Because again, the person before, because again, like thing is though. Claire herself, she's like 8. The normal age need to be about 10. Normally, they're about 10 when they normally start being the shaman normally. But since her grandfather passed via unknown means, she had to take over early. She had to.
I would assume that just kind of like context clue says there wasn't anyone else in the family to do it then.
It's more like she had been picked out. She had been, as in from you. Come on, the British Shaman must pick out the next in the family line, who can be basically Well, the parents of Claire, they're about, but they're like.
They're failures.
In a way, they don't really.
Damn.
They're anti-religious hippies.
Yes, pretty much.
I
They,
don't believe in this.
most of them, they just don't give two shits. Like at first,
So they got ostracized.
it's more like they had a choice. They could have stayed, or they could have like non-stuff. Once Claire was born, and then a few years later, they were like, we don't want to do. They're like they're sort of like what's it called? They basically abandoned Claire and let the grandfather take care of it while they just left. Because they're like, we don't want to deal with this shit anymore. We're just gonna leave her. And Claire's just like, we don't want to deal with a child either. They just left Claire with the grandfather and they just left to pots and Nona.
So they're deadbeat parents.
Yes, pretty much.
Jesus.
That means though we can have a side quest where we meet Claire's parents and punch them.
I mean, they're not Gigas anymore. They've been not on Gigas for about like 4 years.
Damn.
New side quest. Go on an adventure to find Claire's parents and punch them in the face.
All right.
Well, the thing is though, that's the story she was told though.
Oh.
That they just left when she was young and stuff. So she doesn't know the full. So again, I'm saying that they may be deadbeats. But I'm saying that as a general because it might be, maybe not be. Who knows? And she's just like, she's been told they just left because they didn't deal with like the religious bullshit anymore. They didn't want to.
Yeah.
So she's now currently the heir, and also is if anything happens to her, be it like the other people who like in the count of like the government stuff, or anyone try to take her out though, God will smite them. God will actually smite them. And then because the clergy is there to be like, okay, there's more money, the clergy and like the shaman take care of each other. They do. I was like a bonding pretty much. So the Gigas sees both the clergy and the shaman as like family. So if anything were to happen to both the clergy being like the child of the Gigas, and like the stepsister or brother it is. He will smite anybody who dares do it. So the people of like the, because he even goes on like saying that like the he goes like my grandmother's father like companions as she calls it, but like basically the higher ups in the elite governments hate them because the typical corporate money type the government people those fuckers are. But the shamans are the ones who basically like they say what's law and what's not law pretty much. And for almost all the shamans so far have been like respectful, know what they're doing, and each new shaman get trained by the previous shaman for about maybe a few years, and then they fully take over what they do. But this is the first time where a new shaman had less time with the previous shaman before their passing. So Claire herself is a bit less knowledgeable of like what one number would be. So she's sort of picking the piece of what was left over pretty much, while the higher ups are trying to get rid of it pretty much, but they can't.
I guess the best way to put it is like Mia and Maya Faye.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I can see the comparison, or aspects.
Because how her sister died and she became the new head.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah. And didn't know much.
Yeah. I just look at the power there is. But yeah, so yeah. Because, like, again, since the shaman is for life, it is pretty much. Technically speaking, the shaman can pick and add any time they can, technically speaking, but, like, most of them are, like, respectful, want to do the full life thing, they want to do it, pretty much. But, like, yeah. So now it's like dark right now. It is. It's been like an hour or two since then. It's really dark. It's outside. And when that happened, like what's it called, the Eskimo guy, the what's it called, the security guard appears again through the door, goes like, Jesus Christ, why is the door flung open? Is it?
Why was the door flung open?
Oh, we never closed that door, did we?
And then he walks and goes like, oh, hey, how's it going? Just like, he goes like, oh, hi, Claire, how's it going? I think you visited the area. She's like, no, I was expecting something. And these three women, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. So I'm going to kind of cut it in for the nights. You, I guess 4 now, can use the spare bedroom and stuff. And then, like, yeah. So, do you want to skip the night, or do you what?
Definitely stay night, because the blizzard.
I'm saying, do you want to skip the night, or do you want to just do a bit of more role
Do
play?
we want to like play out the epic sleepover talk of alright, time travel is real? What do we do about it?
Well, actually, I need to do stuff, and also I'm talking too loud, and baby's asleep. So I was wondering if we could stop early tonight.
Hour 21. Yeah, hang on. Let me.
Like I just keep getting yelled at.
Okay, so yeah, and let me just do a few things. So yeah, so the we'll get wrap up if we can. Like, so the ending.
So,
Oh, the ending.
well, like, how close are we to the ending of today's session?
Normally, we've got 2 hours, about an hour 20 in, but we can I can wrap up in the next like 10 minutes. I can. Get better fiddler and stuff. So yeah, you basically
So let's skip the night.
yeah, the night skipped, and I was like 10 o'clock it is. You also get up and like Claire's she already gone. She went like an hour too early. She did. But she did have a note for you though, pretty much.
So I guess that we should start heading. So what was the guide's name again?
Dave.
Dave. I go up to Dave. So which direction is down this mountain, and what's the city next to it?
Let's see. South of here would be Stone Pot or Stone Spot.
All right. I guess that's where we're going next.
Well, you're gonna read the notes I was given to you.
Okay, I read the note.
Well, the note says pretty much, it says like, it's from Claire saying, I see that you were like, I see that you three were flung from the point of mine over to here. I can get you a Corviknight taxi from here back to that location if you want to continue on your journey through that way. Or do you want to, or do you want to continue your journey go south and stuff? The option is there.
As nice as that sounds, we're on an adventure.
Yeah.
But do you remember we were trying to go first? Go to remember.
So yeah, we better plan our route in that case because we're not just gonna go walking into the snow.
But again, do you remember where you got which goals are heading to? Remember to go find Daryl, which is Crimson Lock it was. You were heading with the Crimson Lock, and then you sort of got stopped at the point of mine, then get eaten over here. You have.
Okay, where were we going to go to get Daryl?
You were going to go up from like Route 4 and 5 to Route 2, basically route number 7 on the map, which is Crimson Lock. Basically, we're going to originally, but now you're over like by D, instead of being by B and stuff. So again, what the actually we'll do, we'll send you either to Route like 5, or you can go down to Route 16.
I guess we could take the Corviknight because we are on that mission.
I think I think the travel time might be the same. Actually, might be
Yeah, just like we go through a couple different towns.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I mean, we go through a bit because if we're on Route 5, there's straight, there's 4, and then there's the split path up to 6, 7.
Remember you, 5 is where the power plant, power plant is behind you. While you're currently in D, so that's Route 16. So and you go down route to 11, which is Stone Sport. Denki is where Jim is, which would be the next gym immediately would be. And on 9, and then you go through another cave, which is a lot more easier to go through than the other one was. And you'll be right there. So it's all up to you two, or you three, pretty much.
So I just say we go to use the Corver Knight to go to Route 5 so we can go back to our mission.
Are you all good on that?
Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like, it's the easiest path to take.
Okay, so you're going to take the Corvin taxi, and then we're going to end it there. We're going to as the Corvin taxi basically flies you off. Basically, you basically on there's a number there is that you ring and stuff. It comes to pick you up, and you now all get picked up, and then you get flung over to Route 5 and stuff. And then that's
Back to the horse racing clubs.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so you all get basically flung back to there. You do, and then and this is now we're going to. So yeah. What do you think of the session then, guys?
It's fun.
So yeah.
Sorry. It's all right, personally. Is that, it was more of a sit down after last session. Like a sit down, let's talk, let's exchange information, what the hell's going on, a bit more building and all that. So, it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Connor?
Wait, what was the question?
What do you think of
Did you
today's?
enjoy yourself?
How about Noel? What was that question, Monkey?
What do you think of today's session?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just keeping messages for my mom to be quiet.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's use that right then. But yeah,
I'm sorry that we had to cut.
it's fine. It's fine. I was sort of like, I was which end it was. I'm going like, what do I do?
Usually it's not like this, but my sister is living with us right now, and her kids are here.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. But we could probably do it extra long the next time maybe. Yeah. Because I think actually, since next would probably more the horse racing pretty much would be. Yeah. There's no other horse now he does.
Yeah.
Horse racing.
Oh boy.
The best arc in this campaign would be the horse racing arc.